Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to start a new topic, that is Fourier series. Okay, let's see the definition of Fourier series. A series which decomposes any periodic function or a periodic signal into sum of a set of simple oscillating function, that is sine and cosine. Okay, so in this Fourier series what we can do, we can convert a periodic function into function of sine and cosine. So we can express a function f of x in terms of a0 by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx, and such series is known as Fourier series. So application of Fourier series in engineering, that is conduction of heat, image processing, wave simplification, measurement of radiation and signal processing. Okay, but what is the condition to apply Fourier series? So first condition is, let's see Dirichlet condition for a Fourier series. If function of x for interval zero to 2 pi, if function of x for interval 0 to 2 pi, and condition is, first condition, f of x is bounded. In this limit f of x should be bounded. Second important condition, that is f of x is single valued function. Single valued function. Third important condition is f of x has at most a finite number of maximum minimum. Fourth condition, f of x has only a finite number of discontinuity. So what is the Dirichlet condition for Fourier series? F of x for interval 0 to 2 pi, function should be bounded, single valued, finite number of maximum minimum and finite number of discontinuity. So let's see what is advantage of Fourier series. First advantage, Fourier series for discontinued function can be represented by Fourier series. Okay, discontinuous function can be represented by Fourier series, though derivative of discontinued function do not exist, and this is not true for Taylor series. Okay, so first advantage of this function, that is discontinuous function can be represented by Fourier series. Second advantage is the Fourier series is useful in expanding the periodic function, since outside the closed interval like 0 to 2 pi there exists a periodic extension of the function. Third important advantage, that is expansion of oscillating function by Fourier series gives all modes of oscillation fundamental and all overtune, that is extremely useful in a physics branch. Okay, Fourier series of discontinuous function is not uniformly convergent at all its points. Term by term integration of convergent Fourier series is always valid, and it may be valid if the series is not convergent. If series is not convergent, it may be valid. However, term by term differentiation of Fourier series is not valid in most cases. So this is advantage of Fourier series. So let's see the determination of Fourier coefficient by using Euler's formula. So we know that f of x is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx. Okay, so let's see in the limit that is 0 to 2 pi. So in 0 to 2 pi, my value of a0 will be 1 upon pi, and the limit is given 0 to 2 pi f of x dx. This is the formula to find a0. What is an? So an is equal to 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx, and the last bn value will be 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi f of x sin nx dx. Okay, so we have to put function of x over here and then find integration in the limit 0 to 2 pi, because we are assuming for limit 0 to 2 pi, and then we have to find value of a0, an and bn, and then put value of a0, an and bn in equation number 1, and we will find our Fourier series. This coefficient a0, an and bn is known as Euler's formula. Euler's formula. So let's solve one question based on Fourier series in the limit 0 to 2 pi. So question number 1, find the Fourier series for representing function of x which is equal to x square in limit 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so first of all we will write the formula, that is f of x can be represented as a Fourier series by using this formula a0 by 2 summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx. Okay, where a0 is equal to 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi function of x dx, that is Euler's formula. Okay, so here we have a limit is 0 to pi and function of x is equal to x square. So we will write 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi f of x which is equal to x square dx. Now what is integration of x square? So yes, integration of x square is equal to x cube divided by 3, and integration limit is 0 to 2 pi. This is equal to, first of all we have to solve upper limit. So this is equal to 2 pi cube divided by 3 minus 0 divided by 3, or you can write 0. And this is again 1 upon pi 2 pi cube means 8 pi cube divided by 3, and value of a0 will be 8 pi square by 3. So I hope you understand how to find the value of a0. We can again recall this. To find a0, we will write the formula 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi function of x dx. Here we have a function of x is equal to x square. So 1 upon pi integration of x square, that is x cube divided by 3, and integration limit is 0 to 2 pi. So this is equal to 1 upon pi. First we put upper limit. So upper limit is 2 pi. So 2 pi cube divided by 3 minus lower limit is 0. So we will put 0. 2 pi cube is 8 pi cube divided by 3. Pi 1 upon pi is already there. So it will be equal to 8 pi square by 3. Now we will find value of an, and value of an will be 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx. So this is equal to 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi, and here we have a function of x is x square, so x square cos nx dx. And you can see over here, this is one is algebraic function and another is a trigonometric function, so we have to use u dot v formula. What is u? U is x square, v is cos nx. Okay, so let's recall the formula. So u dot v in integration, so this is equal to u integration of v, I'll write integration as v1, minus differentiation of u integration of v, plus differentiation of u again integration of v. You can see this is first integration, this is second integration, this is third integration, and we have to write alternate positive negative for integration. Okay, so let's see how to do integration of x square cos nx. So this is our first question, so we will solve in detail. So x square means u is a constant, so we will write x square as it is, and integration of cos, so integration of cos is sine nx, and we have to divide with coefficient of x, and you can see that coefficient of x is n, so we have to divide with n, minus differentiation of u, that is u dash. Okay, so differentiation of u is 2x because x square differentiation of 2x, and integration v2, v2 means integration of v1. So you can see over here, here we have sine nx, so integration of sine is minus cos nx, and divided by again coefficient of x, we have already n here, so we will divide again with n, so it will become n square. Okay, and then plus 2 because in differentiation of 2x is 2, and again integration of that function, minus sign, we have already minus sign, and divided by n cube, and we will put the integration limit, that is 0 to 2 pi. So we can again recall the integration part. So you have to differentiate u function and integrate v function. Okay, so first is x square differentiation is 2x. Okay, x square differentiation is 2x, and then 2x differentiation is 2. Okay, so in the first part we have to write differentiation and alternate positive negative. In a second part, that is v1, so cos differentiation is a sine, and we have to divide with constant. Again sine differentiation is minus cos nx divided by n square. Again cos differentiation is positive sign, but we already have negative over here, so we will write negative sine nx divided by n cube. And now we will put limit, upper limit and lower limit. Okay, so before we put upper limit and lower limit, we just recall the thing, that is what is sine n pi. Okay, so sine n pi will be 0. Sine n pi means n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So sine 1 pi, sine 2 pi, sine 3 pi, sine n pi will be 0. What is cos n pi? So cos n pi will be minus 1 raised to power n. Minus 1 raised to power n means if we have odd number, so it will be minus 1. If we have even number, then it will be plus 1. For example, if n is equal to 1, so it will give you minus 1. If n is equal to 2, so minus 1 square, it will give you plus sign. Okay, and similarly you can say what is cos 0. So cos 0 is equal to 1 and sine 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's put the upper limit. So first we will write 1 upon pi, and you can see we have to put 2 pi limit over this part, that is sine n x. Okay, x is equal to 2 pi, so it will give you sine 2n pi, and sine 2n pi or sine n pi will be 0, so your first term will be 0. Okay, What about second term? When you put in second term, so it will give you some points. So we will write 2x and we will put x is equal to 2 pi, so it will give me 4 pi. And when we put in this part cos nx, so cos 2n pi, so cos 2n pi means even number, and even number means it will give you plus 1. Why we write minus? Because negative sign we already have in bracket. Okay, so this value will give minus 1 upon x square. Now in this limit again it will give you sine 2n pi, and sine 2n pi will be 0. So this is your upper limit. Okay, first term will be 0 because when you put 2 pi over here it will give you sine 2n pi, and last term is also 0 because we will have sine 2n pi. Okay, upper limit minus lower limit. Lower limit means when we put x is equal to 0 over here, so 0 multiplied with something it will give you 0. Again we put x is equal to 0 over here in 2x part, it will again give me 0. And when you put 0 over here, so it is 2, but when you put 0 in this part, sine part, so sine 0 will be 0, so this is again 0. So your lower limit ultimately gives you 0 value. Now we just solve the value 1 upon pi, which is equal to, this is minus sign and minus sign, so it will be give you plus sign plus n square, and final answer will be 4 upon n square. This is value of a n. So let's recall the value of a n, how to find. 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx. This is our formula. We have to put value of fx in this formula. So we have value of fx is x square, so we will put x square cos nx dx in the limit 0 to 2 pi, and 1 upon pi is a coefficient. To find integration x square cos nx, we have to apply u dot v integration. So this is the formula, u into integration of v minus differentiation of u integration of v plus differentiation of first term and integration of second term with alternate positive negative sign. And 1 upon pi x square cos integration is sine nx divided by n, and differentiation of this term, that is 2x, again integration, that is cos nx divided by n square, but integration of sine is minus cos. Okay, and then again integration of this part, so it will link with this, and this is equal to integration of this part is sine nx divided by n cube. Okay, and we know the value of sine n pi, which is equal to 0, and cos n pi, which is equal to minus 1 raised to power n. So we will put upper limit and lower limit smartly, and we will get some value in upper limit as well as in lower limit, and we will have value of an, which is equal to 4 upon n square. Now to find next value, that is value of bn, and bn is equal to 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi f of x sine nx dx. Okay, again integration of function with sine. Okay, so to 0 to 2 pi f of x is x square sine nx dx. Okay, and when you do u dot v integration, so first u is a constant, means x square is constant. Integration of this part, u into integration of v, so integration of sine is equal to minus cos nx divided by n, minus differentiation of this part x square, so x square is 2x, and integration of cos is sine, we already have negative in this bracket, and again differentiation of this part, that is 2, and integration sine is minus cos, so it will become plus cos nx divided by n cube, and integration limit is 0 to 2 pi. So when we put upper limit, so first term will give some value, that is 2 pi square and minus cos 2n pi, and cos 2n pi is even, so it will give you positive 1 divided by n. When you put in this part, so it will sine 2n pi, and sine 2n pi will be 0, plus when you put in this part, so this will give you cos 2n pi, that is 1, divided by n cube. So this is what my upper limit and lower limit. So when we put x is equal to 0, so the first term will give 0 value. When you put x is equal to 0, so in this part you can see 2 into 0, so second term also give you 0 value. When you put in third part, so it will give you some value like cos 0 is 1 and divided by n cube. So this is my lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit, and we just have to solve to find bn. So this is equal to 2 pi square divided by n plus 2 upon n cube, and you can see negative and lower limit, so it will give you 2 upon n cube, and the final value will be 1 upon pi minus 4 pi square divided by n, and this will cancel, and we have minus 4 pi divided by n. This is value of bn. So we have three value with us. Value of a0 which is equal to 8 pi square by 3, value of an is equal to 4 upon n square, and value of bn is equal to minus 4 pi by n. So first of all we will put all this value in series, that is f of x which is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx. Our function of x is x square, so we will write x square which is equal to a0 by 2 means 1 upon 2 8 pi square by 3 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity, value of an is 4 upon n square cos nx plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity bn, value of bn is 4 pi upon n with negative sign sin nx. So x square which is equal to, we can write this as a 4 pi square upon 3 plus 4 is constant, and in summation we have cos nx divided by n square minus 4 pi summation n is equal to 1 to infinity sin nx divided by n. So we will put n is equal to 1 to infinity value, so it will be 4 pi square by 3 plus 4. When n is equal to 1, the series will be cos x divided by 1 square. When n is equal to 2, cos 2x divided by 2 square plus cos 3x divided by 3 square, and so on. And in the sine part, summation n is equal to 1 to infinity sine 1x or x divided by 1 plus sine 2x divided by 2 plus sine 3x divided by 3, and so on. So this is function of x is equal to x square, and we convert into Fourier series. I hope you understand the Fourier series concept and you are able to solve the question which is based on Fourier series. Thank you for watching, and for more update please like and subscribe to the channel.